Hey everyone, welcome back to Planet Coaster, and we're on to the next challenge in the list. So you can see there, this fine fellow, Mr. Lockjaw. We've done the Pirate Battle, we've done Creature Awakens, and we've done Pirate Cove. So we've done the gold, silver, and bronze and all of that. And now we can move on. You see there's more still to come. See, look at all this. See, that Back from the Brink, nighttime parks, science fiction. Look at that. And of course the monolith, which we did in the beta. Shut up, you. So let's go back to the fairy tale. Let's go to the tree. And let's go and bark up the wrong tree, shall we? Gotta love the music in this game. Really, really good. Right, so they say this tree is the heart of the world. Can you respect Mother Nature and craft an eco-friendly theme park around the towering tree? Or will you sell the woodland for profit and squeeze as much as you can from this verdant environment? Oh. We'll have to see. Oh my goodness, there's a big hole in the middle here. Look at that. So, that looks to be the entrance. Okay, so what we'll do is, because that's an entrance, we'll make it entrance path sort of colour. Oh, that's a nice design. Okay. Right, well, that's what we got. That's what we'll deal with. And for our standard path, we'll just put that one in. So, that's the only ride they've got at the moment. Now, what do we have in the options of coasters? We've got the Rebel and we've got the High Seas. Oh my goodness, look at this baby. Oh, the Rebel does look nice, doesn't it? That does look very sexy indeed. But it's 7,000. So that's something to kind of aim for. I would say there's a good chance we'll have to take down some of these trees in order to put it up. But, I mean, the other alternative could be the Rebel over this side. But does that go too close to the edge? No, it's still workable. I mean, it is just skirting the edges there. It's not outside the realms of possibility there, is it? But it is a bit high. So I'd want it a bit lower. About there sort of thing. But it's obstructed, no doubt, because of this tree and other stuff. So let's go putting on some standard rides to begin with. Now, let's see, because what I think we should do is just put in a, maybe like an Old Faithful. Oh God, that's not going to fit. Like that one. That one would be a nice one to go in. Put it up on massive stilts now. I think we'll put it down here. And there we go. So what we'll do is we'll place an entrance here, and then we'll place an exit sort of down that sort of bump, that weird strange bump. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, bit of a knuckle in the thing there. And so what we'll then do is we'll take this path back and we shall put in this path here. To make use of the available lighting, I think. So let's get that underway. Now, in the meantime, actually we can't do that because, actually yeah, let's leave it. It's only a bump in the earth, it's nothing major. What I think we need to do, because this is the main route that they'll take, is to have a look at facilities and see what we've got. I think we should put a Hat's Fantastic in quite early. give them stuff to buy as they make their way in, along with maybe an information area. Let's do that. So at least then they've got the option of buying something in Hats Fantastic. Now, if we go to this and bins, and we'll put some nice sort of palace bins either side. And there as well. So there's the first ride set up. And what we'll also do, just connect those two paths. Now, let's see, because we want to find a good spot to put a ride. Now that could be a good position because the Rocktopus is always popular. So if we put the Rocky there, and what we can do is put the entrance there, and then the exit there. Now, if we connect the entrance to the path here, like this, there we go, and then take that item, just move it there we go. So now we have a Rocktopus available, making use of the available space. Now we can potentially, but I don't know whether or not it'll fit. We could potentially have something else over here, like this. Don't we already have that one? Yes, we already have that one. About this puppy here. Now that's 2,400. We do have some money coming in. So it could be that we adjust that pathway to be the entrance to this little fellow. Oh, see, there's the path actually coming into fruition, so to speak. Now, ideally, I would like it to be there, to be honest, rather than off a strut. But if I was to flatten to foundation, like that, so the better option there. Can we then put that there? You know, we're still lacking in the money, but it could potentially fit there. Now, if we go into paths and pull those back like that, let's have a look at our... So now it's no longer obstructed, it just says insufficient funds, which is an improvement over what we had previously. And I think I'm just going to speed it up because I think we're pretty close to that 2,400. And so we'll keep, because I don't really want to get a bank loan out if I can avoid it. But the trouble is it keeps hovering around that value. Let's have a look. So, £10,000 loan, screw it, let's do it. Rides. There we go. And the entrance will be here, and the exits will be there. So we'll put that round. Put it there. Get it open. Now, because we've got 9,000 in the bank, this could be our opportunity to build the coaster that we want. So, let's have a look at coasters and the Rebel. Okay. So if we get rid of this, can we then put the Rebel in there? There we go. And so, if we edit this and on the settings, and then we have it go like that, then what that means is that we can place the entrance over here and then place the exit down here and then curl the exit round. So if we do a connect entrance to path and bring it down and get it on the ground as quickly as we can. Like this. There we go. And then we just need a normal pathway that goes down straight away and is not that long. So let's just take all that back to the back. Like that. No, make it a little bit longer. There we go. And there we have it. Let's get testing. Let's slow it down and go for a ride, shall we? And here we are. Simple but effective. Like the old runaway trains that I used to have on the things like Universal and places like that. But the point is, it's something for the kids. And there you have it. So we should be able to just finish testing it. And it can run 2 trains, which is great. Well, actually, it can run 3 trains, which means it will keep its value, hopefully, quite well, and will allow us to bring in a significant amount of money. And there it goes. Now, it might need to do a complete circuit of all of them. Nope, there we go. We're open. Open for busyness. And here we go. The appeal of the coaster. Now, what we're going to also want to do is put some facilities and shops and stuff. So I think we're going to need something drink related. Let's go for a gulpy slush here. Off the back of that. There we go. And we'll also go for a chief beef, because why wouldn't you? The chiefiest of all the beefies. There we go. And you can see people are getting on this already. And how much is it? It's $11. That's not too shabby, really, when you think about it. And if we go to our park management, and you can see here, we're paying off £1,000 a month on the loan. Research, we haven't done anything on research. Facilities, ATMs, we want that as a priority. Because it could be that they can't afford it. Now, the only drawback we're going to have is... We should probably get that out of the way. Let's move that. And put it over here instead. Like that. Actually, you know what? Let's not even bloody bother doing that. Because now it's no flipping use to anyone. Ugh. So, what we can do is, on here, go into this one and enable priority pass. So, the priority pass entrance will be there. Priority pass exit. What? No, that's wrong. Priority pass entrance will be there. Priority pass exit will be there. And then we have a nice orange pathway connecting the two. So, what we'll also do is go into research. Let's have a look. And we'll research that as well. Any guess the thirsty? Okay. So let's have a look. Shops and facilities. Oh, Cosmic Cow ice cream. That's lovely. But they're thirsty. They're not hungry. So what we'll do is we'll put a Cosmic Cow milkshake there. And we'll put a gulpy soda. Let's see, where's their exit? Here we go. Okay, let's click done on that for the moment. And let's put a gulpy soda drink. And look at that, they redirect almost immediately in there. So we'll put some bins down. We don't want them to make a mess. And what we could do, so look at this area here. What I'm wondering is whether or not it's worth just hollowing this out a little bit here. Like so. And raising this bit up here. So it's under this pillow. Oh, that's not going to work. Now, if we can, do we have anything? Fountain. Anything fountain related? So I've got some plinths that we could put stuff on. And round pools like that. So not too bad. So if we bring terrain in here, make it a lot smaller, just bring something up through the center here. Like so. And then chisel the top, like so. Maybe make it a little bit like that, so it's a bit flatter. And then put in some water. And what we'll try and do is just trim some of this off a little bit, because what we want on our scenery, we want a big bun in the middle. No, we don't. There we go. I think that's quite good. What's that? That's fairy tale statue. So, fountain. So if we go for that one there, right in the centre, but what we'll have to do is we'll have to just bring it down a touch, just so it kind of covers everything. Bring it over, bring it this way a bit. There we go, it's not looking too bad. I mean, we can, if need be, sort of hollow it out a little bit so that it's just that section of earth. And then in the centre, we can put a nice plinth with a round column, like so. And then on the top, should be fairy tale. Should we put the princess, I wonder? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I think I like that, the princess there. Right, smack bang in the centre. There we go. And there's the beautiful young lady. And she looked lovely. And what we'll also need to do is to have some water special effects. Of which we don't have any yet. Ah, there we go. Water jet smalls, you see. Put those in there. Water jet larges. Let's see. Put that in the centre. Make a massive, great big, huge donut splash. Get everyone wet. Oh heavens, that's too much. Let's see, water jets, large. Yeah, see, nice big splash in the centre. Way too much. There we go, I like them. And so what we'll do is, I wonder, can we put that in there like that? No, we can't. That's a bit of a shame. But what we will do is we go into terrain, and we shall just lower it in there. So it's a little less obvious. And what we'll also then do is, because we want our lady to look lovely, we shall have to add some lights. Now, let's see, so you can see here, we don't have much in the way of lighting. I mean, we could put that in, but to be honest, I think we'll leave it like that. But I'm quite pleased with that. That doesn't actually look too bad, albeit this guy, but then he's supported by concrete in there. And then what we'll do is, once we've got some lights, some better lights, we'll get some lights to point at her and highlight her with a bit of yellow, maybe a bit of blue. So put yellow and blue and green like that, just to give that sort of watery feeling. Right, overflowing cans, that's a point. We need some janitors, staff, janitors, staff. Okay, let's get over to there with janitors, park management. We need engineers, and we need engineers, and oh dear, that's not good. That could be a problem. Seems to be very popular, this ride. Oh, we need benches as well. So let's get some lovely throne benches here. Put them down. Give our lovely people somewhere to sit. And some more bins. And then what we'll also then do is employ a guy, put him there, get him to sort that out. And the only drawback that I'm not happy with, or the only thing I am not happy with, is it's not possible for you to upgrade pathways to wider paths. Or at least I'm not aware that it is. See, because if I want to make this path bigger, I can't. See, and I'd like to be able to just say, make the path wider by a factor of 3. You know, because then we could deal with better transit of people and all this kind of stuff. And this is the problem that we're going to have in the centre here, because they're going to be getting onto a very popular ride, and we can't really upgrade the path along here unless we delete it and redo it all. And that in itself is a whole new pain in the arse, to say the least. So let's go and put some more seats down for everyone. There we go. Some seats there, some seats there, and we'll also treat them to some lovely seating areas here. Go on, put one right out there. It's ever so tempting, believe me. Seats there, so they can sit there with their back to the lovely princess, and over here as well. So what I think we might actually do is just try and chisel some of that off a bit. There we go. And then we can raise it in the centre, like so. That'll do. Because then you can see at least it's supporting the platform rather than undermining it, you know. Just a little bit of an edge there. There we go. I think we need to do the same here. Like that. And then I think we'll leave it like that for the moment. In fact, that's too much there. Too much sticky outiness. There we go. So that looks lovely. And their ladyship looks beautiful. So let's have a look to see what we've got here. Looney Blooms, that's excellent. More stuff for them to buy. And the ATM for when they run out of money. So what we'll do is we'll get the ATM in. We'll put an ATM, I think, maybe here. Like that. And we'll get a gift shop for Looney Blooms. And I think we'll put the Looney Blooms. See, I do not like having it built to flipping things like that. I'm better put the thing wherever I want it. There we go, that's done. And then we just move that into there. Now, one thing that is quite popular is the Looney Balloons do tend to be quite popular in the parks. And you obviously see loads of kids carrying balloons around. And then, there we go. See, look, the first of the balloonage. How heartily we approve. Along with plenty of bins, or trash cans as the Americans do like to call them. And we'll put some stuff down here as well, because I think sometimes they can leave quite a bit of rubbish in here as well. So, I think it's only fair. Let's see here, look at that. Now this might be an opportunity for us to put a lighting prop in, like this. Now it's very strange that it looks upside down in that regard. You see, very, very odd indeed. But never mind. So what we'll do is we'll do it that way. Hello, where are you gone? And then we shall leave it like that. Control Z that. Oh, for God's sake. Ah. And we'll go like that. And then we'll bring it down. And just have it there, sort of thing. See, it still doesn't look right there, does it? Now it looks better. There we go, to provide a little bit of additional lighter. Nice candelabra sort of thingy. Although, oh, that placement is hideous. Son of a bitch. Let's move it over to here. Up to there. And then, just over a touch. Now, if we move to the T camera, I should be derping out a lot less now, as that looks a lot better. Okay. So, as you can see, quite dark in this area, so we need more lighting. So I'm going to put in some lights like that, and we're going to have to put in similar lights in certain areas. Now, one thing I did find is if we go into here and we go into edit building, this is where it gets annoying, because you can put signage on here like that, iterations, lights that you never normally see in the actual building of just standard stuff. And it's, I don't know about you, but I find it more than a little annoying that I don't have the option of selecting these things when I'm building just the item itself, you know. Maybe I'm just being pernickety about it, but it does kind of bug me. So look, lovely hanging baskets, coats of arms, glass, just beautiful, beautiful things. See, flags, lovely flag to go on the top as well. I mean, wonderful things, wonderful, wonderful things. But you can only have them when you're editing a building, and that's all going to have all the snap to stuff on it, which is something that I don't really want. So, yeah, it's just me being pernickety. I do apologise. So if we were to put one there, and then another one that side. There we go. At least it's lit now. Hi-yo. And over here, we shall need to light out that horrible pathway. Look at it, it's just abysmal. We'll click done on that building. We'll stop this. Sorry everyone. And we'll pull that path up. And what we'll then do is we'll terrain and pull this up. See, that should look a lot better. So if we do a, there we go. Flatten it to the terrain there. And then bring this up in the center here a little bit if we can. Whoops, not like that. So now we do a pathway out. Oh God, it's still an abysmal mess. Look at it. Big hump in the center. I'm guessing it's because of the placement. How much money have we got? We got 10 grand. Let's redo this. Because otherwise it's going to bug the piss out of me. There we go. There we go. So this is all very flat and verdant and lovely. That's exactly what we want. Because then we can put this ride on back on again. Is it the teacups? Is it that one? No, I'm pretty sure it was that one, wasn't it? Yeah. And then place the entrance over here. Like so. Place the exit much better. Change the pathway of the exit to look like that. And then open the ride. And that's significantly better. Less of that sort of up and downage that we didn't want to see. Now, because we've got 10 grand in the bank, what I'm thinking is that we've got a nice roller coaster over there. Maybe it's worth linking these roads, creating a nice big road over to here. Where's the edge? There's the edge over here, and creating a roller coaster here. Now, if that's the case, let's have a look here at what's required. Now, I'm thinking that we need to fill in this little bit of earth here. So if we just do a terrain doodah squishy thingy here, and then flatten to foundation. We should then be able to bring a path around. Now it's saying it's too uneven for a path. Why would that be exactly? Now, if we look here, see, that's really strange. That is beyond strange, in my opinion. See, that's a horrible looking path. It really is just a detestable looking path. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to terrain. We're just going to bring this out a little bit. Like that. And then I'm going to flatten that down like so. Now, hopefully, that then means that we can actually form a much better path here. Bingo. Now, the only drawback is that the path is too small. But what I can do is I can get rid of this path here. Like that. And then from the centre, create a massive big path. It's going to go down the centre and off to our roller coaster. So, let's see. Next roller coaster. Now, it could be this one. This is a classic wooden roller coaster, but I think what we should do is do some research on some other track rides. See, that says fast water, but there's no other roller coasters available to us at the moment. Let's get the information kiosk and let's look at typical park scenery as well. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for this week's episode. Or this, I should say, this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look at that reflection, isn't that lovely? I'm actually quite pleased with that. We just need to make it look a little better. And go from there. So, there we go. In the shadow of the big tree, that is our Planet Coaster. We'll see you next time.